Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to another HGA Impact Report. I'm Trevor Nelson. We're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects of all time. It's probably one that you hear about a lot. It's a buzz, but it should be because it's meant so much in my life, personally and professionally. It will mean a lot in yours. It's a great place to operate from, kind of like a North Star, if you will. And for me, it's always come very, very easy, and it's gratitude. Before we get into it, Bailey, hit the music. So, today we're going to do a fun but brief impact report about gratitude. This is going to be the first of a two-part series about gratitude. Like I said, one of my favorite subjects to talk about with anyone. It's always come very, very naturally to me to be grateful and gracious. And when I think about it in a way like folks that aren't grateful, or if you're in a position, I've been there too, by the way, I'm not perfect. But when you've been in a position where you view things like it's an opportunity versus an obligation, being grateful means viewing things as an opportunity. And listen, you might not be in the exact spot you want to be in life. I started out sweeping the floor, at the parents' restaurant, but I was grateful for the opportunity, and I was going to become the best floor sweeper that there was, right? And just always grateful for a place to go and work. And then, you fast forward and, I start my own company and I get to work with nonprofits. And now we speak to nonprofit professionals about being grateful for the work they get to do, about being grateful for the donors they get to interact with and the colleagues that they get to create relationships with. And those are great opportunities. And folks are always talking about, well, how do I become more grateful? I like to think about reverse engineering it. And I jotted down some ideas that I'm going to leave you with today about gratitude. And I wrote down what's the opposite of gratitude and what stops folks a lot of times in life from making great career choices or taking, life to the next level or what have you. And what stops folks from really, really reaching their true potential. And I wrote down fear and I wrote down stress because we can all succumb to those things. And those two things, fear and stress, are the opposite, the antithesis of gratitude because you cannot be grateful and fearful simultaneously. It will not work in the brain. You can't be stressed out and grateful simultaneously, and that won't work either. This can be practiced daily, and this is something that can be learned and taught. Gratitude can. So having the intention every single day to realize that you're given an opportunity because you get to make your bed, so to speak. You get to make these decisions about where you're going to be in life. And if you don't like where you're at, you can make a decision to change as well. But if you are somewhere where you made that decision, you need to be grateful for the opportunity. Even if that means it's going to change at some point, you have to view your life and your future and the opportunities that you have in front of you with gratitude. So it's something that's worked exceptionally well in my personal life. And it's something that's worked exceptionally well when we started HGA because we're exceptionally grateful for the folks that we get to work with, the organizations that we get to serve, their donors that we get to serve. We're in a very layered business, as I'm sure you all can tell. But the gratitude has never changed. And one thing that I think about regularly is I never know who I'm talking to. I never know when I meet someone new in the nonprofit space where that is going to lead that relationship or that conversation. So I treat every single one of them the same. And I think being grateful means being kind to everyone that you come into contact with. And it's worked out exceptionally well because our equity and our strength as a company is the people that we get to interact with and the people that are on our team. And so being grateful for that opportunity to get to serve these people on a daily basis has meant everything to us. And so I appreciate you all tuning in. This is, like I said, one of two parts of our impact report about gratitude. We're going to do a really cool webinar this Thursday and next, as a matter of fact. So friendly reminder to come join us for the HJ free webinar series every Thursday, noon Central. You can find us. It's absolutely free. We're going to talk about different ways to add gratitude into your life, add gratitude for your donors, and of course, some really, really cool guests over the next couple of weeks as well. So make sure that you join us. And hey, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, it's great to meet you. I wanted to make myself available to everyone that's listening. If you want to talk about gratitude, if you want to talk about fundraising, if you want to talk about life, because you've been listening to the podcast, there's any kind of value that we can add, do me a favor. Maybe you don't know my email. It's trevor@hgafundraising.com. I'm exceptionally easy to reach. Once again, Trevor, Trevor at hgafundraising.com. You can even go to hgafundraising.com and find me there. But do me a favor, reach out. If any of this resonates with you, you want to have a longer talk about it, if there's anything that we can do to help you advance your mission, your career, anything under the sun, we're here for you. I'm here for you, and we're grateful for the opportunity. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.